Hey, yo, how's it going, guys? Happy y'all today. Another live comm of one of my team members' games here, which is going to be TTM Jolt facing off against another good friend of mine, Mr. ShuckleKing 87. Very, very awesome dude. The main person I like to get help for when it comes to building and just from my front office in general. I know Shuckle's a very good builder. This is going to be in 6th gen. Jolt's mainly playing 6th gen. Jolt was a monster back in 6th gen, so he is here playing against my boy Shuckle. We are currently 1-1. So whoever wins this match will have a bit of an advantage. I'm going to try and pull up Jolt's team real quick. Hold on. Alright, so I kind of hope you guys like that I'm doing this. That way you can see the team Jolt's using. So we have Combine, Defensive Clef, Thunder Wave, Rachi, which gets a paralysis turn 1. Oh, that's what Jirachi does, man. We have Life Orb, Sneasel. We have SD, Kelpsy which is for Natural Gift, makes it into a fighting type move. So at +2, Jolt can Natural Gift and wreck something. So I find it kind of funny that Yuxi got paralyzed by Thunder Wave, but it's paralyzed and didn't get flinched by Iron Head. That's a little funny. We have Cobra Berry Latios, which is very interesting. I didn't think he would bring Latios to this match because of the T-Tar. And then we have good old Gastrodon, aka Bob, on an air balloon, which is actually kind of cool. I'm guessing that's for Excadrill. And much like Jolt's very first game, Excadrill is a giant ass problem. It's a huge problem. So I don't think I agree with him not having any removal. Oh no, he does have Defog and Latios. I just literally saw this and I did not even pay attention to the moves. So yeah, Shuckle's in a bit of an odd spot here. I'm guessing Jolt could just stay in, try to Iron Head. He could also U-turn potentially, although I don't think Jolt wants to risk Shuckle potentially having Thunder Wave on his own Yuxi. So if he does U-turn here, that could be a little bad if Shuckle tries to go for the Thunder Wave. But Shuckle is going to switch out here as Jolt decides to be aggressive and go for the Iron Head. That's a fine play, I think. I don't think that was a misplay at all. Thunder Wave also could have been something that he might have wanted to go for, expecting the switch, although I guess Piloswine, not Piloswine, Manaphy or Crobat most likely would have been a decent switch into Jirachi, because he wouldn't go for a Psychic move there if he had it, obviously, because that's a Yuxi. So Iron Head in there was fine. He guaranteed damage on Yuxi, guaranteed damage on whatever else came in as well. And if he's able to chip down that Tyranitar, if it is Chople Berry, then that's not going to be a big issue, as Jolt's Shuckleberry is going to come in very handy here, severely weakening this Excadrill. This is really good because, like, Drill was probably the scariest offensive threat for Jolt. Manaphy is a little problematic if it's defensive, potentially. That could actually be a giant issue late game. And I think Jolt really loses nothing and just going for Iron Head. We saw it did 20%, and it took a Life Orb after the Drain Punch, so I really don't think Jolt loses anything by going for Iron Head here. I don't think U-turn will knock him out. Iron Head definitely will. He could just be aggressive and go for the Drain Punch, but I think Iron Head is definitely his safest play. Although, realistically, does Shuckle want to save this Excadrill? I suppose it does get off 2 hits even after Rocks, which in that case, it's not bad. He could still try and pressure Jolt with this Excadrill with those 2 hits, but it's not going to be able to Swords Dance, so Gastrodon is just a free blatant switching. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Shuckle is probably just going to want to sack off this drill here. Actually, no, he does switch out. Okay. So Jolt does go for the Drain Punch. And that's fine. I think Iron Head might have been the better play there, just in case he did want to switch. But it is what it is. It would have done probably like 15% more to this Piloswine, putting it to at about 60%. But I don't think that's going to end up mattering entirely too much, because realistically, Jolt can just kind of go for Iron Head if he really wants to risk it. Like, Jirachi right now is a huge issue for Shuckle here to deal with. I keep wanting to call Shuckle by his real name, but I don't think he's made it public, so I'm not trying to do that. Every time I'm trying to say Shuckle, I want to say his name, because I call him by his real name sometimes. And I'm like trying to pause so I don't say it, because then Shuckle comes to mind after his real name. He really loses nothing if he wanted to stay in and risk the flinch, as he does decide to actually save the Jirachi for later and not wanting to risk a flinch on this Piloswine. I suppose if he had gone for the Iron Head instead of the Drain Punch there, then he might have been able to 2-KO Piloswine, in which case he would have felt more comfortable in going for the Iron Head, but I guess Jirachi would have been at a bit lower amount of HP. Regardless, though, Clefable can come in here and just start Calm Minding, because it's Calm Mind, right? Yeah. He does not have Stealth Rocks on anything either. Ooh, that's a little bad. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Like, Crobat could actually be kind of problematic if it's Sludge Bomb. Like, Nasty Plot Sludge Bomb? Well, I guess it's not really taking an Ice Beam that well, but Clefable's not going to one-shot Crobat. Crobat's decently bulky. As Shuckle tries to go for the flinch of his own, does not quite get it. And this Clefable will be able to safely go for the soft bold here. I thought that maybe he would want to go for Calm Mind, Jolt, expecting a switch, but him being aggressive there isn't that bad either, as he might have expected a hard switch into Excadrill, in which case Moonblast there was a very safe play. Again, I feel like Crobat might not be the worst switch into Clefable. I guess in that case, though, Shuckle could have been fearing something like Thunder Wave, which would make sense, as he's going to try and go for the flinch. Oh, he does not get it, unfortunately. Is this a speedy Piloswine? This has got to be a speedy Piloswine. Yeah, because as you can see here, 218 speed to 240 max speed. So this Piloswine's running a whole bunch of speed to outspeed this Clef. Although, as you can see here, Clef doesn't have any speed of its own. So Shuckle's probably just creeping like 1 or 2 points most likely. And that's actually very, very helpful for Absol, the Absol's Shuckle here. Mainly because if he gets a flinch, then this Clefable is not going to really appreciate that. And Clef, with that Excadrill being gone, this Clef is actually a giant problem. Crit! No flinch! Ooh! Ooh, that was scary. I got scared for a second there. I was like, no, he's gonna flinch after the crit. Like, it's... Oh, boy. That was intense. So, I'm really rooting for Jolt, but I also want Shuckle to win, but I mainly want Jolt to win because he's on my team, and if he wins, then we're up 2-1. And I think there's another game actually starting after this one with another one of my teammates. So I'm going to try and catch that one as well. But yeah, we have to win 3 more games. We have to win 4 out of 7 in order to win the week. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch any of my week 2 games, any of my teammates' week 2 games. And we unfortunately ended up losing that week. And I lost the very final match, which didn't matter at that point. It was already like 4-2, I think. 4-2, 4-3 maybe. So yeah, I just kind of clicked buttons. I didn't even bother switching out. So hopefully I'll be able to play this week, and then I can upload that for you guys as well. As Shuckle makes a very nice aggressive switch here into the drill, expecting the softball. I don't really think Jolt had to go for softball there. I think he could have just safely gone for the Moonblast, because we're seeing that Icicle Crash did 33%, right? So even if he got flinched, unless he got double flinched back to back, then there was no risk. Plus, there's also the chance that the Icicle Crash is going to miss, right? So I think he could have just been aggressive there, but he does have pretty much a perfect answer to this drill in the form of Gastrodon, which is this a free Scald? This is a free Scald or Toxic, potentially. So we're going to see what Jolt wants to do. I would probably just Scald to be aggressive. Yeah, you want to get rid of this drill as soon as possible. Although I guess realistically, he could have gone for the Toxic and then just recovered off the damage and been at full if Shuckle had wanted to just leave in drill like that. Which at 6%, it's not going to get KO'd by rocks, which Jolt doesn't even have, so I don't know why I'm thinking about rocks. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was the aggressive play there wasn't bad. The aggressive play there wasn't bad. But this Gastrodon does lose a lot of usefulness, I think. He could try to use this for the Piloswine maybe. Maybe he'll want a Toxic Manaphy. That wouldn't be too bad. He could also try and use this to potentially deal with Tyranitar. A Dragon Dance Tyranitar is actually a little bit terrifying for Jolt to deal with here now. Because Yuxi had rocks, that could very well be Dragon Dance Tyranitar. If it's Chople, that makes it a little bit scarier as well. So in comes the Manaphy. It comes down to whether or not Jolt thinks this Manaphy maybe has Substitute. I don't think that Manaphy typically runs Sub in 6th Gen, although this is draft format, so anything is very possible, but he would have to be like Sub, Tail Glow, Water Move, Energy Ball. In which case Latios basically just deals with it 1v1, and unfortunately he does not have Roost. Actually, yeah, because then he would have to Draco, and then Tyranitar can come in to pursue it potentially, or if it's Scarfed, it outspeeds anyways. So this could be very bad for Jolt, depending on what this Manaphy exactly wants to do. As I mentioned earlier, like Manaphy does look a little bit scary late game, honestly. So I don't think Jolt really needs this Gastrodon. Like, the rest of his team kind of deals with everything else. So yeah, him staying in here makes sense, as he's just going to try and get off some damage, probably hoping to put it in range of where Talonflame can revenge kill it, as that Earthquake did nothing. Oh my lord. That did 0, 23%. So we know this is a nice bulky Manaphy. Well, not bulky, but it has leftovers, which means it's got to have some type of bulk, right? So it's +3 now, and I still think Jolt just kind of sacks Gastrodon here. Yeah, there's really no reason for him to save this Gastrodon if this Manaphy wants to keep tail glowing. If Shuckle gets up to +6, would that be... Actually, this Manaphy could very well kill 2 Mons here, because I don't think there's actually any way that Jolt can revenge kill this Manaphy with 1 Mon. Yeah, I don't think he can. This is looking a little bit bad. This is looking a little bit bad. I think if he had gone for Toxic, maybe that would have helped him out a little more. No, because he would have taken 2 turns of Toxic. Well, I guess he would be at around the same percentage, but at least the Manaphy would be status for later, which is not too bad. I'm pretty sure that there's no way, there's no way that this Manaphy should drop to any 1 hit. Yeah, this Latios isn't even max special attack. Sneasel is Life Orb, but there's no way he's one-shotting Manaphy. So yeah, this is a bit of a predicament for Jolt right now. And nice Z Draco and 6th gen. Actually, yeah, if this was 7th gen, Shuckle has no good switch into Z Draco. Like, something literally gets murdered. So I wonder what he's gonna want to do here. Soldew is banned, by the way, in 6th gen. There was actually a whole incident with that during week 2 where somebody brought Soldew and they won because of it, but they didn't know it was banned because it was never brought up. So I'm guessing that Jolt is just gonna want a Draco here. If Jolt is real, he goes for Thunder Wave. He goes for Thunder Wave to paralyze this Manaphy, paralyze the incoming T-Tar potentially, and then he Dracos. So I wonder what he's gonna want to do here. I mean, the Thunder Wave play is very, very risky, but I think he needs to Draco. Yeah, you need to Draco in that scenario because that Manaphy is way too big of an issue. Bro, this is where Rocks again, like Rocks again right now would be so handy for Jolt, because this Manaphy is definitely going to be a giant problem. A giant problem at this point, with no way of being able to chip it down. Then this puts Jolt in a very bad spot. And then if he loses his Latios, then that just means Manaphy is even more of a problem. Oh, this is... He's gone for it. He's gone for it, and unfortunately gets rocked by that Stone Edge. So he could have tried to switch there, but the Pursuit mind games are really scary to deal with, honestly. That could maybe be Bandit T-Tar. That Stone Edge did a lot. So I'm guessing Jolt just wants to go for U-turn here. If U-turn knocks out this Tyranitar, that's definitely what he goes for. Realistically, I guess he loses nothing in going for the Iron Head. But the issue with that is that if Manaphy comes in, then Jolt's probably going to lose his Jirachi trying to Thunder Wave that Manaphy. Which, even if Manaphy's Thunder Waved, unless it gets fully paralyzed, it's still going to be a giant problem. Dude, see, this is where Rocks are just so handy, because just even that 12% on Manaphy means that it's closer into range of something else on the team. I honestly still think Manaphy is going to get another kill with Tail. It can Tail Glow for free on this Jirachi, honestly. Well, Thunder Wave, I suppose. Talonflame, I don't think can one-shot it either. Actually, if Jolt plays aggressive enough, there's no way that this Manaphy might actually be able to Tail Glow, but it's still going to get another kill. And I don't think Talonflame alone wins unless he's able to guarantee a Swords Dance somehow. In that case, what would he even be able to Swords Dance on? Yuxi potentially is like the only thing. And then if he can Swords Dance on Yuxi, +2 Talonflame might actually just win. So he goes for the Drain Punch. Very nice play on Jolt's part there. And as I mentioned, if he really wants to, he can tank one hit in Thunder Wave, which I think because of how much of a threat this Manaphy is, he needs to stay in here in Thunder Wave, this Manaphy. Because even just that paralysis chance is so good for Jolt. And then he guarantees outspeeding Manaphy the next turn, because we know that this does not have, what's it called, a Lumberry or anything like that. The only issue though is, again, this could maybe be sub. I'm really fearing sub. But again, well, no, yeah, because at this point, even if it's Tail Glow Water move sub, Jolt lost his only answer to it, which, I mean, still would have been trapped by T-Tar in the process. But regardless, I really feel like this Rachi lives any one hit. I really think he's going to need to go for Thunder Wave. I think you need to Thunder Wave here. Yeah, you need to Thunder Wave in that scenario. So I'm not sure what Shuckle was planning there. I don't know why he brought back in Tyranitar. I think maybe Yuxi would have been a nice middle ground play. But regardless, much like earlier, he can just kind of go for Drain Punch again. Iron Head is a safe play, but Drain Punch does hit everything except the Crobat. I don't think you risk Crobat here on the switching. I would have Iron Headed here. I feel like Iron Head might have been the better play in that scenario. Even if Manaphy comes in, why does it matter? You just tank the hit in Thunder Wave, which needs to be done. If Shuckle plays his Manaphy smart and he ensures that it does not get paralyzed, then he's going to be in a really good spot with just that Manaphy alone. So this Yuxi very well could have something like Yawn to deter Talonflame, which actually, if he has Yawn, that's really good tech on Shuckle's end. That would be really good for Shuckle right now if he has Yawn on this Yuxi, because Talonflame should be able to tank any hit in Swords Dance, but then it's going to be taking a lot of recoil as Jolt is going to Paraflinch here. And is this going to happen? No! Unfortunately not, as he's able to U-turn now. In comes the Manaphy. Does Manaphy knock this out? No, I don't think so. Like, Jirachi's decently bulky. Jirachi's decently bulky, and I'm pretty sure that this thing does have some type of bulk. Yeah, so Jirachi outsped, no Scald Burn, and now this Manaphy has been paralyzed. So Jolt has managed to deter this a little bit, but it's still gaining back that left easy recovery, and I'm hoping you guys are seeing why Rocks right now would be nice, because this Manaphy would have just taken like 24% from Rocks. I guess it gains back 12%, but it still would be lower than right now. Then at 85%, it'd probably be around like 65, 70-ish, I want to say. And then he would have also been able to chip down the Yuxi as well. Crobat hasn't even seen the field. We don't know what that is at all. If it is super fat, that could be problematic, as this Iron Head is only doing 6%, 7% after the leftovers. Okay, so Jolt's basically doing his best out right now, just trying to weaken this thing, man. I don't really blame Jolt for trying to do this. He knows he needs to weaken this Manaphy. He knows that this thing is a giant problem. As in comes the Crobat, that's fine. And it takes a nice 34%. That actually did a lot. Why did it do so much? The fuck? That did way more than I expected. I feel like Jolt could save this Jirachi, because it outspeeds Tyranitar, it still flinches the Yuxi, and it can also flinch down the Manaphy for it to be put closer into range of Sneasel. So would he want to save Jirachi? Oh, if Shuckle has Pursuit. Bro, what if he pursuits here as Jolt tries to switch? I would lose it. I would lose it. I'm pretty sure Crobat learns Pursuit. I'm like 99% sure it learns Pursuit. Yeah, I really feel like he needs to keep this Jirachi around. Plus, he can always Drain Punch on the Tyranitar, and whatever switches in is going to still give Jirachi back a bit of HP. So, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Crobat can just kind of nuke this Jirachi, and down it goes. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. I feel like Clefable there wouldn't have been a bad switch-in. The likelihood of him being specially offensive is very unlikely. So Clefable might have been a switch-in. I don't like this at all, because I don't think that this Talonflame is going to win at this point. If that's just any type of offensive Crobat, Brave Bird's gonna hurt. And there's no way Talonflame knocks out Crobat with one hit either. Do you SD? Oh! That was his chance to SD. And now it's gone. He could play for the paralysis miss, maybe? No, I mean, Tyranitar can just crunch. Yeah, even our chat saying that he could have SD'd on Crobat. I think he had to SD. Like, when you bring in Talonflame, you need to SD at that point. Because Talonflame's going to win, potentially. It is a really risky play, though. It was super risky, but... Down goes T-Tar. I don't see how Jolt wins with Crobat because no rocks. Well, actually, Sneasel. Yo, Sneasel is actually looking terrifying. Does it have Ice Shard? It does have Ice Shard. Okay, so Jolt actually still has a chance here. Jolt still has a chance here. So, what Shuckle can do is bring in Piloswine. It's still going to take damage from the Brave Bird. Manaphy is the... Oh, dude, that Manaphy being so healthy is a problem. Manaphy being so healthy is a problem. So, ooh, this is perfect for Jolt. I think this is actually what Jolt wants in this scenario. Yes, that damage. Paralysis. No. So, Sneasel can now just click knockoff. No, what? Well, actually, no, it's not that bad, I suppose, because a free Calm Mind here, a +1, Clefable kind of wrecks something. Yeah, this Clefable can still win, actually. Okay. So, I didn't realize Sneasel earlier was in such a good position, because that Crobat taking damage, it being at 59%, should guarantee it in range of Ice Shard now. So, he goes for the Calm Mind, as this Manaphy gets paralyzed! Oh! Oh no! I mean, what would it have done, though? Like, Scald doesn't do anything, because he's not boosted. And even if he goes for Tail Glow, it's still going to drop to +1. Honestly, Jolt can just Calm Mind again. I think you Calm Mind again. No. Actually, you don't even need to. Because Crobat's going to get Mollywhapped by an Ice Beam. Moonblast knocks this out. Uxie's already paralyzed as well, so that can get paralyzed too. And a +1, it's not going to be appreciating a Moonblast at 44%. Yeah, I think this just wins. I think Clefable just wins. Holy crap, bro. I thought Jolt was screwing up, but this man's a genius. This man is a genius. He goes for the Calm Mind again. Oh no, the burn. Whatever will Jolt do? I'm guessing the only reason he would go for the Calm Mind again is because he was fearing this Manaphy being able to live, but at +2, this just wins. This wins. Oh, we might just be up 2-1, and I'm so excited. So down goes Manaphy. Dude, Thunder Waving that Manaphy was so huge. Thunder Waving that Manaphy was so huge. So in comes the Piloswine. This could very well live a +2 hit, actually. Yeah, and it's faster, unfortunately, for Jolt. So, crit. Ouch. Did that matter? I don't know if that crit mattered. Yeah, I'm not sure if that crit mattered or not. If this is Banded Crobat, then Cross Poison is going to obliterate this Clefable. Yeah. Oh my god! Bro, Clef is so fat! Clef is too fat! Holy shit. Yo! Oh my god! Oh my god, that was insane. It was banded! I knew it. I knew it was banded. So it was a roll. Oh my lord. It was a roll. But then Ice Shard. Like, bro, Ice Shard still KO'd. Ice Shard should have KO'd. Yeah. Because it came down to whether or not Ice Shard knocked out Crobat at that point. That's literally what this game would have come down to, whether or not Life Orb, Ice Shard is enough to knock out Crobat. And now we know that it does have a little bit of bulk. So I wonder what it would have done. Let's see. Shard killed Bat 100%. Oh, so apparently Ice Shard would have still knocked him out. I think somebody ran the calc to see at 59%. I could run it, but kind of actually. Hold on. Oh, oops. Here, I'll just do it on the side window. See what they're gonna do real quick. So Crobat, we know he had like 120 HP. This is also level 100, so damage is less. No, Sneasel. It wasn't Choice Band, it was Life Orb. Oh no, I sure didn't kill. I sure did not kill. Dude. No. I sure didn't kill. Oh, rip. So that's a little unfortunate. Or was this adamant? No, it was not. Well, unfortunately, a little bit of a hacksy game, but we were able to pull out the victory. So we are now up 2-1. Hopefully we can continue our little streak here, and I will see you guys later with another match.